Hi everyone, Helen Blunden here at Activate Learn on Twitter. I wanted to do another book review, but the book, I just couldn't bring myself to do a review on it simply because I didn't understand it. What's the book I'm talking about? It's this one, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Now, I know this book, written by Hunter S. Thompson, has been around for many years. In fact, I know of it and I know about it because this used to grace the bookshelves of my dad. Now, my dad, growing up, I saw this novel and I used to flick through it as a kid looking at the pictures, and I never really knew what it was about. But I did say that one day I'm going to read that book, but I never got round to doing it. Um, I did see that there's a movie about it, and I just went, oh, I remember that. That's the book that was on my dad's bookshelf. But finally, this year, I thought it is time to read this. And I must admit, it was a book that my husband read first, and he didn't get it. And when I read it after him, because usually we don't have the same taste in books, I didn't get it either. So effectively, it's about two blokes. Raoul Duke, he's, I guess, call him a journo, a local newspaper journo. He gets his attorney, well, his attorney comes along on a drug fueled bender of a trip. So they get this car, this great looking car, and they just fill it chock full of drugs, you name it, uppers, downers, hash, amyls, ether, all sorts of things that I had never even considered or wanted to know about. But they had filled their boot with drugs and they just kind of popped these pills and smelt this ether and basically ran right through to Vegas. And it's just, it goes from bad to worse. If you can just imagine, or you probably just, in fact, you can't imagine, two people completely out of their minds, completely have no idea what is happening around them, and yet just full ball go into, I don't even know what to do. Well, the first one, it's split into two parts, right? The first one, Raoul, is trying to cover a story of these bikies in the desert, right? That's the first one. So they go there and they see what that's about. Second one is to go to a drug conference in Vegas, and they go there and they just get absolutely blotto. But look, I tried to read about the themes. I tried to read about the guy, the author of this book, and even his life. It's just amazing to read about his usual typical day of working and how he wrote. But anyway, that aside, maybe it is something that I didn't get simply because I was not of that generation. Also, given that I haven't been to Las Vegas, so I don't really understand or connect with that city or the type of Americans who are there. Um, Also, kind of like the images of the conferences. Now, I've been to many American conferences. Now, that was funny, kind of like, in the hotel room with so many people going to the conference. That was a bit funny because I kind of connected with that. But everything else, I just thought, what the hell is going on? It just went from bad to worse. And there was no point to this book. And although the themes, they do say that it's about the loss of the American dream, um, and it's kind of like a loss to the counterculture. Because I haven't lived it, I don't know what it's about. Therefore, I don't understand the themes in this book. And that there's also themes about particular music that was playing. But ultimately, I just couldn't get past the fact that here are two abhorrent guys, vile, disgusting, loathsome, and on top of that, they are swamped to their eyeballs in all sorts of shit that they put into their bodies, and they are totally egotistical, rude, vile. It's just disgusting. And so it's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but I actually had fear. Well, I don't have fear of this book. I definitely have loathing of this book anyway. So I'm going to leave it at leave it there because I don't know what else to say about this book.
A few moments later.
Andrew, pick up that book, please, and tell me what you thought about Fear and Loathing, because I've just done the review. So, what did you think about it? I said that you didn't like it, but how would you explain it?
It's shit. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Whether or not I didn't know enough about counterculture, lived through counterculture, or whatever to understand what the point was, I didn't get it. This is 200 pages of drug-fueled. What the hell is this crap? So for me, didn't get it. Can understand how it could be a cult classic.
How so?
Most cult classics appeal to a very small group,
Right.
where that small group finds something in it that they really, really, really that appeals or just resonates. For me, there was nothing appealing about this book. There was nothing resonating about this book. Seriously, I'm just pleased I can say I've read it, so I can comment on it, and my comment is it was crap. But that's just me. I'm sure there's other people who enjoyed it. I'm not one of them.
Thank you.